Hello there, good to see you. Now on this video, I'm going to show you 5 simple steps on how to create wealth in 3 years. Guess what? I always share with you that creation of wealth is actually intentional. What exactly does that mean? It means that you ought to be doing something for you to create that wealth. And I know you, me, and a lot of people probably watching this video, they would love to be wealthy in the future. But some of them, or majority of them, do not know exactly what to do, and that is what I'm going to share with you on this video. All what you need to do is to sit back, relax, and watch this video to the end, because guess what, I've outlined all the points in a pointy form, making it simpler and easier for you to understand. So I don't want to waste all of your time. Let's get into the business. All right, but before we do that, allow me to tell you this. I always post a video each and every day talking about investment, be it either making money online, conventional way, tips to save, and all those kind of things. If you're out there and you feel like you don't want to miss any of my future good videos, do this. Doesn't cost you anything. It is free of charge. Down below there on your right, there is a very small button written subscribe. It is in black. Okay, hit that magical button, turn that notification bell, and give this video a thumbs up. And by only doing that, a whole YouTube will notify you whenever I upload a new good video. So let's get into the business. All right, the very first step that you need to do, which is actually simple to majority of people, but to some of the people feel like it's quite tedious, called manage. So what exactly are you managing? There is one thing I will tell you, one thing, okay, is that even God himself stops growth where there is no management. That's for a fact. And what exactly do I mean by that point? You have to understand the aspect of management. It has to be anything and everything, be it either your time, be it either your finance, be it either your anything. You have to understand the aspect of managing, because let me tell you one secret. A lot of people, and I know you included probably, you always believe like, hey, you know what, if my salary, whatever I'm getting right now, was to be doubled, then by default I feel I can be rich. That's what majority of people tend to think of. And you realize one thing: the moment your salary is increased, then you tend to increase your expenditure. So to a point whereby you don't even realize if there is any surplus for you to rely on for the purposes of investment. All right. So the point is this: management is the foundational knowledge or foundational thing or foundational factor that you have to have in life for you to create wealth. So let me just add a little bit of flesh or meat on this. So when I say manage, it means that, okay, fine, you're earning 15K, 30, 50, 100, a million, whatever the amount of money that you're earning out there. So you have to understand exactly on how to manage that money. And how do you manage it? Having yourself a sacred language that money understands, which is the budget. And I always tell people, hey, don't think that only rich people or people with a lot of money ought to have the budget. No, even you, no matter how much you're earning out there. So having a budget in place means that you're actually having a route that the money that should follow. Whenever the money comes up, then you tell your money, hey, this amount of money goes towards this area to cater for this and the other. So, and that you can be able to actually prospect. You can actually foretell, hey, by the end of this year, if I retain this kind of a method, then it means, or it explains that I'll have an X amount of money, then I can be able to start an X business and then invest. So guess what? Foundational knowledge or foundational requirement for you to create wealth, it's actually management. Not even sometimes earning more money. Earning more money is better if only you have the understanding of what it means to manage. All right, let's get to the next point. It's about invest. Guess what? Yeah, I know management comes with savings, but nobody has ever made wealthy out of savings. You cannot do that. You have now to go to the step further of actually investing that money. How do you do that? And I always tell people, it doesn't matter how much you're earning out there. Say you have like a savings of 5K. That is the only money that you have. You can go ahead and start something like coffee selling, like egg selling. You can sell milk. You can do groceries. You can do fruits. You can do vegetables. There are a variety of things lies for you out there that you can be able to do with that amount of money. See, when I say invest, yeah, I know it sounds like a very big term, probably resonates well with the wealthy. That's what the majority tend to think. That is not the case. When you take that 5K that you have out there, you put it in an area, let's say like shares, like money market fund. You put like in circles. You put like in something like a conventional business. Then you're investing that money. You're putting that money on the go. You can either choose to go the business way or investment way. All right. So investing that cash, it also means that you creating another stream of income to actually supplement what you're having, for you to have at least more and be able to shorten that distance or shorten that process of you getting yourself into wealthy gap or the wealthy, sort of a group. All right. So the point is this: you have to understand what is and where and how to invest. And how do you understand that? Be watching my videos, and probably you can watch my other videos that I've been posting about investments. I have given you tens and tens of areas where you can be able to invest your money. We've talked about shares, talked about money market fund, talk about circles, talked about the conventional businesses and what have you. So those are areas that you can be able to pick and be able to invest and earn something at the end of the day. All right. So I don't want to waste on your time. So how about to go to the next point? Hey, it's about scale stroke grow. What does it mean? You see, to scale, this is where I would like you to pay a little bit of attention, because most of the people don't understand this. They always say that scalability in business is the ultimate thing for you to actually grow wealthy and be able to make a lot of money. Let me give you a very simple example. This platform that we are using right now is called the YouTube. Of course, has been founded or was founded by an individual, and this specific thing is not limited to number of people. This specific an app or a website that you're having, it's actually available to anybody and everyone on earth. Provided you have a smartphone, you can download the app and have it, and then you can be able to access all what it offers in this specific website. So what exactly does it tell you? They have not limited the number of people that this business can actually, or this investment can actually reach. Let's give a very simple example. Let's say you are a teacher. You're employed monthly, you get your salary at the end of the month. And then you decide maybe when the schools are closed, right now the schools are closed, you can decide to go ahead and organize a remedial teaching. People call it tuition, whatever you call it. All right, and then you decide, I'll be able to gather the students from my local area and teach them. Guess what you've done? You've limited yourself to that only area. What if you were to create a channel whereby people know you? Hey, maybe each and every evening you teach mathematics, or maybe let's say you usually have an online classes and all those kind of things. Prepare a very good package and sell to them, and they can be able to subscribe. You record your videos, keep them somewhere, and then you give all that package and then sell that package. Then you put it online, meaning you have a variety of people who can actually watch those videos and actually subscribe to your package, buy the package. Then you're having more people. That's what we call the scalability. And I've just used the teacher's way to explain my point. You can imagine, let's say you are out there and there's something that you teach and there's something that you understand about anything or something of sort, all right? So what we do is that when you create those services and you're able to reach millions of people and billions of people, and anyone who is breathing and has an access to the internet, they have a smartphone, then they can be able to exactly be your potential client. That is what we call the scalability and the growth. Scalability, in other term, in a simplest term, it means you having that potential growth where you be able to reach a lot of people. Then you scale that down and be able to make more money. I don't know that you guys are making a lot of sense, okay? Because take this example. Have you ever been in town in Kenya, for example? You find there is a certain supermarket. That supermarket is only concentrated in that area. The supermarket perceived so successful, but it has not expanded to other areas. Meaning that specific supermarket or whatever the place, it's actually limited to that specific place and that locality. That's what we call, people maybe, the guys may be comfortable with that. But you see, when you scale it down, it means you can reach more people and such kind of a thing. So that's what it means to scale and also to grow your business, to make sure that you be able to acquire more money or be able to create or generate more revenue. In the process, you can be able to net more as time goes. Now, that's what we call scalability. Now, the next point is about maintenance or maintain. Now, understanding how to manage, understanding now after managing, now you go to the next step of investing. Now, after investing, the point now that because you've invested, now you relax. Have you ever seen some businesses whereby you find people like they invest on something, they just become comfortable, they're doing nothing about it because they are arguably making some money, no effort is needed, no advertisement and all those kind of things. I always love what Safaricom does. Obviously, Safaricom is a very successful company in our country as far as the telcos are concerned, but you find them each and every time advertising. Even that's a small advert, you feel like it may not have any sense or any whatever, because they're already successful. I mean, who on earth or who in Kenya doesn't know what Safaricom is? Who doesn't know even what is an M-Pesa? You actually need more M-Pesa than they do need you. That's for a fact. But guess what? They keep on advertising. They keep on putting the adverts out there, making sure that at least they can reach a maximum number of people. So remaining in a comfort zone because you feel you're okay, you're making like what you've been aiming and all those kind of things, it just makes you rich, not wealthy. That's the difference, all right? So now maintaining that ability to scale down your business, maintaining that ability of understanding how is to manage, what is to invest, how do you go about it, and how to scale down that specific business. Now that's what we call you maintain that procedure, all right? Maintaining that procedure, it also means that you do not lose your money out there, all right? Maintaining that procedure, it means that you have to actually understand, hey, guess what? This and this and this is the button to press and this is not the button to press. Now, having all that in one concoction makes you understand, hey, this is not the area I can go and this is the areas that I can be able to go and make money out of that. And the last but not the least point kind of resonates with the previous one because it's about to retain. Guess what? You see, it doesn't make any sense. You've understood the management, you've understood what is to invest, you've scaled down your business, you've maintained the above procedures, but now you do not have the ability to retain that. You see, let me tell you one thing. There is a quote that says that the success of a man is not measured by how high he climbs, but how high he bounces when he hits the bottom. That's the reality. So, and what brings a difference between person A and B is not how much they make, but how much they are able to absorb and retain. That's the difference. You may find somebody who is earning 100 G's at the end of the month, or they're making the same amount of money out of their businesses. But to maintain that money, that's what brings a difference between person A and B. See, the reason as why you call person A richer and the other one not, it's because the person A actually has high absorption rate. So if you have low absorption rate of money and retaining it, then it means it'll just be slipping, through your fingers or through your hands, and you'll never see that wealth. So it is very, very careful to make sure that at least you retain everything that you own, and of course maintain the above the procedures. Kind of this retain goes back to the management. Kind of they resonate the two of them at the same time. So the point is this, guys, in a nutshell, because that marked the end of my video. The point is this: understand some of these steps. They are quite simple to incorporate them. But let me tell you one secret. I did not promise that, hey, by default, by 3 years, everything will fall into place and all those kind of things, because Joseph said all those. No. I said it requires discipline, sacrifice, consistency. All those things have to be put in place. And guess what? If it was easier, then everyone would be. Then that can tell you it is not as easy as people think. The point is, you have to sacrifice. Sacrifice what? You have to sacrifice time. You have to sacrifice some dedication. Sometimes you feel that the body doesn't want, but you feel like deep inside of you, hey, you have to do it, and all those kind of things, okay? So you have to really, and guess what? Discipline is always made when you do something that you feel that you don't want to do them, but you know you ought to do them. That's when the discipline is inculcated inside of your life. So when you reach to that particular point whereby the desires or the feelings of the body does not dictate what you ought to do, at that particular point, that's the time we say you are disciplined. And when you reach that point, I am telling you, the sky will be the limit. That's the reality. I know those who have achieved that thing may understand what I'm saying, but majority of you, or some of you who have not understood or do not understand exactly what I mean by point, may not make sense, but that's the reality. Anyway, guys, guess what? If you are out there, you're feeling like a bit confused, probably you've understood all the points, but now you're like, okay, fine, I understand all what you've said, Joseph, but now, hey, I want to start a business, but I don't know where I can start because I have some capital in my savings, all right? So if you're in that kind of a state, I'll leave my number on the description of this specific video. You can give me a call, get my booklets. I have a variety of them, tens and tens of them, about shares, money market fund, circles, treasury bills, treasury bonds. I have things about the conversion of business. I have like variety of business plans ready for you. Grab that number, text me on the WhatsApp, you get your copy. And for now, it's a goodbye. See you in the next one. And by the way, don't forget to make sure that you say something on the comment section. See you in the next one.